Hello guys, welcome to Two Latin Brothers, also known as T.L.B.P. I'm Victor, joined by my brother, always.
Adrian.
Yes, so this is episode 7.
7?
Yeah. No, wait.
Yeah, this is episode 7. I believe this is episode 7.
Yeah, I hope. Otherwise, we're gonna sound pretty stupid, so, yeah. So, how's your week been?
It's been a lazy week.
Been a lazy week?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been having lots of snow in Canada, you know. That's how Canada works.
As Canada normally does in February.
Yeah, it snows a lot. I didn't have to go to school yesterday. That was nice. But I had to shovel.
Yeah, well, because it was a snow day for you, so you didn't have to go to school.
Yeah, but yeah, so I ended up shoveling most of the day. Besides that, just locked up in the house.
We were only shoveling for like an hour and a half. What are you talking about? Most of the day.
It felt like eternity.
Wasn't that long.
Okay, well, felt like eternity.
Okay, well, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was relaxing.
Well, like in my case, like the thing I usually do on Mondays and Tuesdays, I didn't do it this week because problems. And then Wednesday, because of all the snow, school's like, yeah, we're not gonna do the school thing today.
Yeah.
So the college closed down.
That's nice. Well, at least you get a break, you know.
Well, like I already had a 2-day break, so
yeah,
I didn't go to school till today.
Yeah.
I had like 3 days off, and then
I think I went to school the entire week except for yesterday. Yeah, I always go to school on snow days.
I don't get why.
Well, it's because I go for the education, not for my friends. Just because other people don't go doesn't mean I'm not going to go.
It reminds me of like I think I was talking with this person.
No offense to all my friends.
No, like I mean, I was talking with someone about that. How they were telling me how they want their kids want to go to school on snow days because they just basically go to hang out with their friends. Yeah. And I was like, my brother does the exact same thing, and they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, because we don't do anything.
The good friends end up going, right? So not saying that I have bad friends, you know, I have good ones. There's just some friends I prefer more than others. I feel like I'm gonna get to school, I'm gonna get beat up because they're just like, am I one of those kids? And I'm just gonna be like, no, you know. So
you can edit this out if you like.
That's good. That's the thing we could do. But I think we might need to leave this in. You know, just yeah.
Hey, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
your idea.
My idea.
well, you were gonna say something.
Oh yeah, I was. But then you're like your idea. I'm like my idea.
Yeah. So your idea. You're making this awkward. Okay.
Well, like no, I was gonna start talking, but then you just kind of jumped in, so I thought you were gonna take over.
No, just go. Come on.
Okay, well, I thought you were gonna take over.
Andale, come on.
All right, so no, I was gonna say how I think it's funny how you put in more effort to go on a snow day than when it's a normal day.
Yeah.
You're like, come on, let's go, and
I'm like, let's go. I need to go to school on time. School. Teachers normally end up doing fun stuff.
Okay, look, but I guess
like educational, but yet fun. And I'm just like, why aren't your classes normally like this? I'm like, I learned something today more than I would on a normal other day, just taking notes on stuff.
Because the only way to learn, because some teachers believe that if you take lots of notes is how you learn.
Yeah, and for some classes, like yes, I agree with it. Like my civics class, like that entire class is basically taking notes. And
really?
I actually learned stuff. Like, if you open my binder right now...
I don't think I learned anything in my civics class.
I am actually learning something about the government.
The government?
Okay, I don't want to get into that topic.
The Canadian government?
Because we're going to get into politics, and then I'm going to have this little moment.
Well, the Canadian government's one of those...
Yeah, but, like, I feel like that might go into Trump territory, you know, so I don't want to get there.
I have a prof who calls him he who must not be named.
Oh, Tom Riddle. For any of you Harry Potter fans, if you get that, Voldemort. Yeah, his real name.
He who must not be named.
I'm sorry, I just said Voldemort again. Oh, there it is again. Tom Riddle. Named. Oh my gosh.
I can't with you
sorry.
right now.
I'm sorry. We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna. Everyone listening to this podcast,
we're all gonna
Friday
die.
night. It's just gonna magically combust.
Everyone's just gonna come at me. I don't know why. The world's gonna turn against me.
We're just gonna end the podcast right here at like 5 minutes. No, it's like 5:30.
Yeah, that'd be kind of sad, actually.
It'd be really funny.
Yeah.
5-minute episode. Why did it end so quick? We all died.
We all die.
The whole world
die, I die, we all die. You know, we're just all gonna die.
Yeah.
Like right now, we're all dying slowly. This is getting really dark. I'm sorry. Let's change the subject. Rainbows.
Rainbows.
Life, plants, animals. What's your favorite animal?
What is it? Today I saw this like little clip of a dog. Cutest little thing.
Okay,
He was like
okay.
a little puppy.
Okay.
I just wanted to pick him up, you know.
Too bad you can't.
Give him some love.
Yeah.
Because he'll love me back.
Yeah.
Okay. That really cute face.
Okay. Descriptions
he was
are really helping you. Okay. We used to have a dog. He was white.
Yeah.
And then he passed away at 16?
Yeah.
Yeah. November 2nd. Dark times for us, yeah.
That was almost 6 years ago now.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Remember it like it was yesterday.
Do you really? Do you remember what 6 years ago was yesterday?
I remember exactly. I was playing Minecraft with some friends. And then...
And you don't remember exactly.
No, I remember exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were playing Minecraft with some friends.
I was playing Minecraft with some friends. I was playing in my Hunger Games map.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
You know how I know?
How?
Because I was playing a game with you, and we weren't playing Minecraft.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was. I was in the living room with you.
No, you weren't.
We were playing Halo.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I were.
No, you remember. You don't remember that day.
I remember that day more than you. You know why?
No.
Because I didn't cry that day at all. If anything, I remember it more than anybody else in this house.
I cried because I cared. You're just blank. You're plain.
Look, I just don't show emotion the way most people do.
You weirdo.
I'm normal.
I'm gonna get you a doctor. Okay.
I don't need a doctor to tell me I need to cry.
I remember it. Okay, look, this is how I remember it. Then we'll compare with your story. Okay. So I remember me playing Minecraft with some of my friends. I was playing in the Hunger Games map I built. And then I heard our mom crying in the basement because that's where our dog passed away. And then she was just like, Victor, Adrian. And then she was calling us down, and we just kind of like brushed it off, like we didn't actually think it was anything that important. And then we went downstairs, and then I went downstairs first, and then I called you, and you came down. And then by that time, Flounder was, that was the name of our dog, Flounder. By that time, he was already, like, gone to the over there.
Okay, well, you remember this really differently. You know why?
Why?
Because I went down first.
No!
Yeah, I went down first.
It's because I told you this story. No, and you're just like, I went down. I was playing on the Xbox.
Look, this is what happened. Look, no, we were both playing on the Xbox. We were playing Halo.
No.
We were actually playing the campaign.
No.
Yes.
We haven't done that in forever.
That's exactly why. It was like 5 years ago.
No.
Anyway,
5 years ago. You said it was 6 years ago. See, this kid.
I said it's almost...
What did you eat for breakfast today?
I think I ate an egg.
You think. There you go. This proves my case.
No, but like...
That's it. Well, let's move on.
I said it's almost been 6 years because it hasn't. It's only been 5.
Okay. Well,
because next year you will be the age that I was when our dog passed away.
Yeah.
And there's 6 years between us.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly 6 years yet. It's like 5. Yeah. So it's almost 6 years.
Okay.
That's why I said almost 6 years.
Okay, well, this kid can't even remember what he had for breakfast.
So what I was saying.
You know what?
Okay, look.
I win this. I win.
No, breakfast isn't important. It's not an important detail. That's why. But what I'm getting at is the fact that we were playing Halo 3.
We weren't playing Halo 3.
Let me finish.
We didn't even have...
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
We were playing the campaign, and then our mother...
Who plays Halo?
We
actually, I can't say that.
You were running... I think we were like... I think it was like the first time you were running through the campaign, and I was doing it with you.
No.
Yeah, it was the very first time.
That was after.
Okay, anyway, so...
I don't know why you're remembering playing Halo. But honestly...
So we're in the living room, and then we're
we
playing.
even went...
No, let me finish.
Okay, where did we go right after?
We went to go pick up our father.
You don't remember.
Okay, what happened after?
No, I'm just joking. You're right. We didn't go pick up our father.
Yeah.
Okay, and then where did we go?
And then... No, and our sister wasn't home because she was at work, so I went to go pick her up, and it was a Saturday.
And where did we go?
Then we went to the Humane Society to drop him off.
Yeah, and then where did we go?
Then we went to a friend's house.
Yeah.
Okay, but we were playing Halo. And then our mother called us.
I even remember the sweater. I remember the outfit I was wearing.
Let me finish.
Okay?
Let me finish.
You can't even.
Let me finish telling my side, okay? So we were playing Halo. Then our mother called us, and we ignored her the first time. I agree with that. We weren't like, because she always calls us, and then she'll tell us to do something like, I don't know, put away the dishes, or like throw out the trash, or something like that.
We brushed it off the first time.
So we brushed it off. And then we heard her like crying. Then I'm like, I'm going to go see what's going on. And you're like, okay. So then I ran downstairs, and then she's like, no, we both ran downstairs, but I was in front of you. And then we get down there, and then our mom tells me to call our father. So then I go, and I'm looking for the house phone. Because I didn't have a phone yet. 6 years ago, I didn't have a phone yet. So then I'm looking for the house phone. She's like, no, just use my phone. So I grab her phone, and I call my father. And then my father tells me how to tell our mother how to, like, you know, like we had to like put him in like a plastic bag because he's going to start to decompose and this whole jazz and this whole thing. And, you know, like, so I remember him explaining all of this stuff to me. He said, because we can't just like leave him there because he's going to, like, you know, it's kind of gross.
It's going to get all soggy and stuff.
Well, like, it takes a minute, but like he was going through all this with me. And then I remember her telling us to go get ready. So then we got ready. We went to go pick him up because he was at work. I can't remember if he was at work or not.
No. Actually, he was at work, but our sister was here. Because I remember we had a pot in the car, and our sister's just like, it was in a black bag, exactly how our dog was in. And she's just like, is that him? And we're just like, no, it's not. He's in the back.
Anyway, but yeah, no. So then we left, and then the rest of the day. But like, that's how I remember it, and I'll never forget that. I'll never forget the week after that, though.
Yeah.
The week after that was my hardest week after that. You know why?
It was depression because you couldn't fall asleep properly, hearing the footsteps.
Well, no, I couldn't sleep. I was barely like. See, you cried. You cried it all out, and I just became super, super depressed.
I was depressed on the inside. After I showed it physically, I was depressed on the inside and did my best not to show it.
Well, like, it got really hard, and like even in school, I wasn't paying attention to anybody.
Okay, this episode's very depressing.
Yeah,
You're making me depressed. It's Valentine's Day. I don't need this, you know.
Okay. Now everyone knows when we're recording. We're recording a day ahead of time.
Shh, that's a secret.
We're recording a day ahead of time. Because the whole world now knows.
You're not supposed to say that.
Well, it's too late now.
Oh, man.
This episode was going to go up February 15th, and you're talking about the 14th.
Shh, okay, let's change the subject.
Well,
donuts.
Donuts.
What's your favorite donut?
The whole of the donut.
Okay, we're going to need to edit out that awkward silence now. No, honestly, what's your favorite donut?
What's my favorite donut?
What's your favorite donut?
It's like,
the one with the powdered sugar.
Yeah, it's covered in powdered sugar. I forgot.
Raspberry-filled donut.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. They used to make a blueberry one, but they don't make that one anymore.
Yeah, it was only for limited time.
Well, what is it? I remember, well, for those of you who don't know, we have this place here in Canada.
Well, America has one. The U.S.
Yes, they have a few. But
they have one in New York.
Yes. Can I finish?
Yeah.
It's called Tim Hortons.
Yes. The iconic Canadian place to go get coffee and a donut.
Yes, is a Tim Hortons. Anyway, so we that's my favorite donut from there.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably super bad for you. I don't care.
It's a donut that was made with sugar, that was fried, topped with a little bit of powdered sugar, that was filled with raspberry jam. That's like that's as worse. That's as bad as you can get.
But it tastes so good.
I know.
Like, look, it's like there are some things in life that like they're really bad for you, but at the end of the day, you're like, oh, thank goodness I ate this.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like people who are always worried about what they eat. I can't do that. If I worried about everything I ate every single time I ate, I'd never eat.
I always worry.
I'd just be so stressed out all the time.
I worry all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so fat. I tell myself I'm fat every time. I'm like, I bite into a burger and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can feel the flabs coming out of me right now. I don't
know. You get to a point where you just stop caring about basically that. You know why? Because
it's because you're in college.
No, it's because you have so many other
care.
No, it's because you have so many other things to worry about. Like, and people
exactly.
Who, no,
You're in
people,
college.
no,
if you weren't
people,
in college, you'd have nothing
no, look,
to worry about.
And people who work out like aggressively, is because either they're doing a sport in college, or in their university, or they're just addicted to working out.
It makes you feel good after.
Well, people say that, but I've never felt good. I felt horrible.
You know why? Because you work out like once a month. You're supposed to work out like 3 times a week. You got your push day, your leg day, and your pull day.
Look, I don't need a push or pull. I ain't about this system.
Oh my god!
Look, if I start caring about it now,
see, you have to, because it gets harder to lose weight.
Just one day I'll wake up and I'll have this realization. Up until then, just leave me alone. Let me be.
I can't do that.
I don't know where this episode's going, to be honest.
Like, the title's gonna be pretty messed up. It's gonna... You know what you should call it? No. So, like, literally start it with H and then just... Go wild. Go crazy.
No,
you know? Just...
No, we'll just call it random.
Random?
Random.
That's weird.
Oh, I'll call it random thoughts.
No.
Because it's pretty random. I mean...
We went from dog...
And we were arguing about what game we were playing that day.
I know. I feel so bad. Like... Honestly, I remember playing Minecraft. You were on the second floor of the house.
No, I wasn't. I was right next to you.
Yes, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. You know what? You're a jerk. Now, moving on. Okay, where was I? We were talking about something. We were talking about the title because it's random. So we went from
okay. Look, that doesn't even matter. You don't need to recap the episode.
I'm sorry. I'm recapping what we've just done.
No, it's not even that long. It's not like it's live.
It's
People
live.
Can just
okay, so this is what happened.
No, stop.
Okay,
stop.
I'm
People
sorry.
don't need to know.
Okay,
stop.
Okay,
edit this out.
No,
I'll leave it.
This is perfect. This is beautiful. This is
Good
quality content. People would pay for this.
No one would pay.
I'm just joking. No one would pay for this.
Starts making merch, so people will pay for it.
Honestly, I've been thinking about it, like, you know, for advertising.
You want to make merch?
Why not? But we don't have that many listeners yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we have a few.
Yeah, like I haven't like.
What is it? I started advertising last week, and literally we have. Maybe like, I don't know how big the increase in listeners has been.
It's probably not that much.
But it's interesting though. Like, we already had like a small following without even having to advertise. Mm-hmm. And then I have a friend who's like, hey man, you keep saying in every episode you're going to start advertising. And you never do. And I'm like, just trying to like figure
Honestly,
it out.
I have to start advertising. I'm not really advertising. Like, if I'm talking with somebody and I have nothing else to talk about, I'm like, by the way, I have a podcast, and then I just change the subject to something completely different, and then it captures them, and I'm just like, now I make my move. This is now I sell the idea, and I'm just like, so I have this podcast. It's amazing. You should listen to it. It's on Spotify. And they're just like, I don't have Spotify. You can get it for free. Don't worry. I'm like, if you want, I can even give you my email. And they're just like, that's crazy, bro. And I'm just like, don't worry about it.
It's like, how many people do you know that have Spotify?
Everyone,
but like, that's that one guy who doesn't have Spotify.
No. Honestly, there's people just use it until like their trial runs out.
So they don't actually have Spotify.
They don't actually have Spotify. They just normally just get a different email.
Really?
Yeah.
They just keep having to register every month.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Or they stop using it for like about a good 3 months, and then once they get a job, you know, they just start paying for it, or they just like, Mom, Dad, I like music
and I need this in my life.
It's like, I need it when I study.
Well, like, I think it's funny how how everyone's like, Spotify became like the Netflix
for music though.
Yeah, like everyone's like, yo, you got Netflix? Or like, I'll even have professors recommend stuff on Netflix that we should watch. And this one guy goes, what if I don't have Netflix? And everyone just turns and looks at him.
What's wrong with you?
You don't have Netflix?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah, well, we don't have Netflix.
I mean, yeah,
but we have something called Five. Okay.
Well, like
you can find things on demand.
Well, yeah, but like
we have YouTube. We have other people's Netflix. I'm just joking.
well, like no, like I just think well, like I know, but there are people who like they stop associating with certain because they don't have Netflix. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what world do I live in where this is a thing?
Yeah.
And the poor guy is like a college student. He can barely even afford to be there, let alone pay for a Netflix subscription every month.
Yeah.
It's like what, $7 or $8?
Yeah, basically.
I'm like, man, like it's crazy. And then you got Spotify. Then everyone else is like, we got to create content. Then there's Hulu.
Yeah, like actually, there's people that don't even go to movie theaters anymore because they're just like, I'm gonna wait for it on Netflix. They're just like, that's when I can watch it in the comfort of my own home.
Like, what is it? Now that Disney's making their own streaming service.
Yeah, they're going to lose a bunch of movies.
They're going to lose all the Disney movies, all the Marvel movies. Like, basically all the movies are just going to be...
All the good ones are going to go
Well, that's
away.
why Netflix is making their own content.
Yeah. Their Netflix, their Netflix movies, their Netflix specials, or, all that stuff. Yeah.
And then they even got, comedy specials now.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? There's a comedian who he's like, guys... And I can't remember. It's like some bit on YouTube. He's like, guys, I've written my Netflix special. I just need Netflix to pick up my special.
In other words, I'm not good enough yet for them to notice me.
But I already wrote my special.
They're just like, I'm ready.
He's like, I'm ready.
It's like I have my hopes for this to work out one day.
It's more like if they approach me, I got this.
Yeah.
Which I think is funny.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, really, bro? Really? Yeah. It's one of those things where a lot of people put effort into stuff, and it's like I remember when Netflix first came out, and we had Netflix back then. Yeah. Everyone was like, "Yo, you gonna get this Netflix thing?" I'm like, "I already got that."
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "What?
When did you get when it was advertised?"
No, and I remember that, and it was.
We had it for a good
We had it for over a year.
Yeah.
And then we got rid of it because then we got because we didn't have cable.
Yeah.
And then we got then we got Netflix. Then we got rid of Netflix. Then we got then we got cable basically.
Yeah.
And then what is it? No, then we got then we've been like that forever.
Yeah, we've just been like that, and Bell just keeps coming and upgrades.
Well,
once in a while.
Here's the thing, we also I don't spend enough time sitting down watching TV to even invest in it, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I just normally end up recording stuff on the PVR,
Well,
because
the only reason we have cable, to be honest, is because our parents like to watch the news.
It's called CTV News. www.
Well, no, I know, but it's not like a live stream.
Yeah.
But but a lot of people don't get how that's the only reason why we have cable. Yeah. Also, the Weather Channel. Well, there's apps for that now.
Yeah.
Also, what is it stuff like that they have? What is it my dad used to complain that you can't watch sports live
Well, yeah, he can.
So he's like, I want to watch the hockey game.
Yeah,
gotta get cable.
Honestly, we mostly have it for the sports.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta. What is it when the FIFA happened? He's like,
when the FIFA happens, you have to.
Gotta get cable. He got an extra what is it a different package of channels just so he could listen to the narration in Spanish.
Yeah, because honestly,
wow, that's intense.
Honestly, listening to that in English is the most boring thing.
There's no excitement.
There's no excitement. It's so plain. Let's say they're playing the game, right? They'd be they pass the ball to number 7. They don't even know their names. When you listen to it in Spanish, they're yelling the guy's name. They're just they passed it to I don't know, give me a player, Messi, because everybody knows Messi, So
of course everybody knows.
Yeah,
Messi.
so they pass the ball to Messi. Messi passes to Suarez, the shoots, right? If you listen to this in English, that whole thing will be in numbers, and sometimes you can't even see the numbers.
Well, no, sometimes they do say Messi.
Yeah, but it's on rare occasion.
But
when they score, they have those long goal, and then if you hear it in English, it's just he scores.
And then
he shoots, he scores.
And especially if he's a British guy, I'd be like, that was sensational.
Yeah, they always gotta say sensational. I don't know why. It's just the thing they got. That was sensational.
I know, it's really funny, but
it's amazing, brilliant. I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're announcing sports. he didn't invent something. I'm like,
what is it? I love watching hockey though, because hockey's just
no hockey. There's only a few who can do it good.
Yeah.
Like I forgot his name, but there's one guy he's amazing when he's doing it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like when you hear trailers, like when you watch the trailers for like the game that's gonna happen, it's normally his voice. Oh, yeah. So, well, if like, a team like, from Ottawa, like, or Toronto, like all the Canadian teams basically are like
like I think it's interesting how like this, because hockey's a fast sport.
Yeah.
Like, you have to narrate super fast, because, like...
I feel like if Latinos got in on this, it'd be so hype.
It'd be so aggressive,
Yeah, it'd be so aggressive. You'd be like... You got, like a bunch of, like, not to be stereotypical and, like, saying that, like, this is actually true, but you got, like, some gangsters, like, in the background. You got, like, you're, like...
Well, no, normal, like, I mean, like, because there's more than one way to say something in Spanish, as opposed to, like, in English, there's only, there's a limited amount of ways to tell... Like, to say something.
Because, like, that word means all of these other
like,
words.
say, like, there's, like, 3 ways to say something. In Spanish, there's, like, 7.
Yeah.
So, it's, like, there's just more words that they could use. So, it'd be, like, so interesting.
Yeah. It'd be fast-paced.
Oh, yeah,
and it'd work. I feel like Mexico deserves a hockey team. But I feel like they'd be, like, the worst team. Because, to be honest... most Latinos are pretty short, so it'd be pretty slow.
They'd be a tiny team.
They'd be slow, and I feel like if they ever got shoved by like a guy, they'd probably like instantly want to start a fight and be like, "Hey, ¿qué pasa?"
What is it from like Boston's captain? What's his name?
Boston's
captain. Chara.
Yeah.
Like that giant. Imagine that giant just like shove you.
Oh my gosh!
Go fly across the ring.
Oh my gosh! that
just be like a splatter on the board.
The poor Mexican.
Just like splatter on the board. It wouldn't be a thing like.
Man exploded being hit by Chara.
Just got super dark again. Well done.
It's not like a normal guy just ran into a Mexican. It's just like. The guy just runs over and it's just like, bam, right? But when it's Chara, it's like, a man exploded. It's not that he was hit. It's not going to be like, just skate it off, man. Like, you'll be all good. No, this guy exploded when doing this. Just be like, okay.
I don't know. That's a pretty dark image. I'm going to move on now.
Okay. So... you're gonna need to edit that out now that I'm thinking about it.
All right, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, no, I just think whether. All right, where were we?
Yeah, we were. I don't know. Well, moving on. So, what would you say is your favorite flower?
My favorite flower?
Your favorite flower? I don't know. This is very random. What's your favorite flower?
I don't think I have a favorite flower.
You don't have a favorite flower?
Yeah, well, I'm a guy.
Oh my God.
Guys don't typically have a favorite flower.
I have a favorite flower.
You have a favorite flower?
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite flower.
Well, each flower has a different meaning, so there's a reason behind having a flower.
Every flower has a different meaning.
Yeah.
I was going to say something...
I feel like now you're scared to say
what I was going to say something insightful, but...
Okay.
I mean...
Well, what were you going to say?
I don't know. I mean, you're talking about flowers.
Yeah, because I'm random that way,
I mean, I'm out here, like, trying to figure out how you got to this point.
You see, there are paintings in the area.
Paintings?
Of vases. It's a vase. It's a vase. With...
Of us.
With flowers.
Flowers.
With flowers. This is... Ha. It's very distracting. Okay. Moving on. I want a hippopotamus.
No, you can't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's so random. This is the most random thing ever.
Yeah, this is like... Honestly, we need to get better at this. We need to, start making plans.
Well, no, I just... This week was a very slow week.
It was slow. It felt so dragged.
Well,
you know what we should call this episode?
What?
Random week.
Random week.
Okay,
look, it's not really Okay, yeah, I mean it was. Well, this is more like us not having anything structurally planned.
Yeah, but
most weeks we do.
Yeah.
This week we're not so much of a structure. We're just like, hey, what's up? How you been? Tell me about your week. And you're like, I did nothing this week. And then you look at, I'm like, I literally did nothing this week. All I did was study. Yeah. That's all I've done this week. I went out today to go to the classes, but that's about it. I haven't done anything else.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I just, life.
I was a human being for the last, I don't know, 5 days.
Yeah. I haven't been catching up on my gaming. Yeah. Need to do that.
You're lucky you still have time to do that.
Yeah, I know. That's why I need to take advantage and game.
Like, I had a friend who he was like, when my first year of college, he was a big league guy. And he would say how once
big what?
League
of Legends?
Yes, League of Legends.
Yeah, you weren't being specific, so
well,
I just
saying
context.
League. I'm sure everyone knows what I meant by League. Anyway,
no.
So he used to play a lot of League, and he was saying how in high school he would go like he'd play like from the time he'd come home to like the time he went to bed, which was like
he'd come home
from school.
Oh,
so like from school he'd get home at like I don't know, let's say 4.
Yeah.
And he'd play till like 1 a.m.
Damn.
Then he'd go to school the next day and do it all over again.
That's dedication.
No, but he was like super like high ranked, and he was like
he had all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, but
for the game.
Yeah, but he was really good too.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we got to college, he played in a tournament at the college, and I think he ended up in like third place or fourth place, something like that.
Not bad.
Well, yeah, but like I was like, man, all those hours of
gaming,
of wasted time.
Sure.
It was interesting to me, and I was like,
to a teenager's mind, it's your second life.
It's your second life.
If it's your second life, if not gaming, then a sport is your second life, or watching an anime is your second life.
Don't people have hobbies?
That is a hobby. It's
no,
your
I
second
mean, like,
life.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a hobby.
Well, I wouldn't say like playing soccer is a hobby. I'd say that's just my athleticism.
It's a hobby.
Sure, we'll call it whatever you want.
Well, because you don't play it like every single day.
Well, yeah, 'cause soccer doesn't happen every single day.
And if it did,
then I'd probably be doing it every single day.
That's. Ow, that hurt.
That was okay.
That was distracting.
No, I could make something very annoying right now.
What was I gonna say? No, even if you were to play soccer every single day, you tire out your body.
Sure.
I mean, you'd crash at one point.
Well, I have, my best friend. He basically works out every single day, so he hasn't crashed yet. I'm just waiting for it.
But that's his lifestyle, right? He's been living like that for how long now?
Ever.
Exactly. So his body's just used to it. But if you were to start living the way he lives...
honestly, he's like, I have to remind him, like, did you eat? And he's just like, no, I'm gonna eat in class. I'm like, okay. As long as you eat, I'm okay. And he's like, you're okay. I'm like, no, I'm okay with the fact that you're okay. And he's just like, okay.
There's a lot of okays.
Okay.
No, like, I remember when I had friends who were, like, super dedicated as well when I was younger. And, man, those people, like, they always looked like they were, like, a walking zombie.
Except he doesn't look like a walking zombie. Well,
because,
he doesn't really... Well, he doesn't sleep.
Well, like, I had a friend who if he didn't sleep, if he didn't get, like, his 7 hours... Yeah. He looked like he was ready to die. I remember I had another friend who I'm gonna message him, see if he'll be on the podcast. He used to, it'd be like 2 p.m, and he would look at us and, like, I don't know, he'd walk in like math class or something, be like, it's too early for this. I'd be like, it's 2 p.m. I'm gonna sit too early for this. And he'd be like, it's too early for this. And I'd be like, okay, well, okay.
You need some sleep, bro.
Well, like, no, because he'd say when he'd be at home, he wouldn't get up to like 4 p.m.
Damn.
Like, he'd sleep from like midnight to 4 p.m.
Like, what I'll do...
That's like 14 hours in bed.
Like, what I do is I go to sleep at like 12. I've been going to sleep late every night and like waking up at like 7 or 8 in the morning.
Yeah, like
depending on how I feel when I'm going to bed, decides whether I'm gonna wake up at 6 or not.
Like me,
to see the sunrise.
Like, what is it, tomorrow morning?
Yeah. I
gotta get up at, like, I don't know, like 5:30.
You're making me exhausted. I don't need this in my life. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I gotta get up at 5:30 tomorrow morning. But, like, I have a test tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here recording a podcast.
Yeah, well, you're gonna study right after
this. Well, of course I'm gonna study.
Well, after editing process.
No, I'm gonna edit this tomorrow.
Oh, okay. That's right. They don't have to know the date we did this.
We're
just gonna keep this on a down low.
Everybody knows.
If you know, don't say anything.
They know. You know this podcast is titled "The Genre is Comedy."
I know we're not funny. We are the most boring, normal Latino Canadian people you will ever meet. You'll come to our house. We'll feed you. We'll give you food. You'll basically meet the entire family through like Skype, and then we'll move on. We'll feed you. You'll say hi. You'll be like, I'm in love with your mother, and I'll be like, that's great. She's amazing, isn't she? She's fed me. Have you seen me? I'm round. And then just live on with life. And your face right now is just okay.
Well, like, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, one of the things that I think is interesting, a lot of people tell me, oh, your parents are so cool and this and that.
They are.
Everyone
they're amazing.
Everyone loves their parents.
Because they're great. I'm not complaining. They are great. They raised me. They feed me. They give me food.
Again, you keep saying how they feed you.
They feed me, they give me food. They give me a place to sleep. That's new. I get breakfast and then second breakfast. In case you don't get this reference, it's from Lord of the Rings. You get breakfast, then you get second breakfast. You get lunch, luncheon, brunch, tea time, extra tea time, dessert, second dessert. You
skip dinner, supper.
I can't do it right. Just let me have my moment, okay?
Okay. Well, anyway, moving on from your reference.
Okay.
And Pippin from the Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Yeah, you were gonna move on now. So, what was the idea?
No, you're talking about your parents.
Yeah, 'cause they're great.
And it's really funny because I have.
Yeah, you have friends who say that we have great parents.
No, I was gonna say how I know people who say they're embarrassed to say like, oh yeah, this is my dad or this is my mom. Yeah. But like, meanwhile, we're all like, hey, this is my dad.
Yeah, like if I see my friends, they'll like hide if they're with their parents. I'm like, I can see you. And then they're just like, well, aren't you embarrassed? I'm like, no, this is my mom. I'm like, this is my brother. This is my sister. This is my dad. Let me get a Skype call real quick. This is my cousin. These are my cousins. And they're just like, okay.
I'm like, no, I think...
We're just very open with, with our parents, I guess.
It's more of like we're comfortable with our parents.
Yeah, we're comfortable.
We don't have this weird, awkward relationship.
Like if it's gonna ruin my appearance if you meet my mom. It's not going to.
Well, also we don't really care.
Yeah, exactly.
That's just it, really.
Yeah,
we don't care. I mean, and at the end of the day,
honestly, I love my mother. People love their parents. Some people.
I like how you're like, I love my mother.
I love my mother. My madre.
You're saying it weird.
Madre.
It's just getting worse.
I'm sorry for my I can grammar, okay? He's giving me this look like you're stupid. like didn't you go to school? And my thought is I'm still learning.
No, don't you go to school?
I'm still getting my education. I mean my education. I mean education.
Look,
I'm sorry.
I think.
What do you think? You better not be like, this is interesting. 'Cause I will be like, what's so interesting about me loving the people who raised me?
Look, if I could talk now.
Okay.
So keep cutting me off. I think that a lot of people are ashamed of their parents because they don't know their parents that well. Yeah. Like, I met people who and that's my dad. I'm like, what does he do? And they're like,
I don't know.
No, and they go like, you mean like my dad? I'm like, yeah. They're like, what do you mean? What does he do? I mean, like, what's his job? And they go, oh, he does something. And
he's like, he works in like some place, like downtown.
He's got a cubicle.
He's like, he finally got moved to a desk with a little window in the corner there.
He's got the corner office. Yeah. I'm like, no, I've met people who like, I'll ask my dad.
Yeah.
I remember when I was in I want to say grade 5. There was this one kid. He had no idea what his dad did.
Yeah.
He had no idea.
My friend, I asked him like what his dad did, and he's just like, I don't know. He's a doctor, and I'm just like, kind of a doctor. He's like, I don't know. He's just a doctor. I'm like, what are you doing? Yeah. I'm like, I ask you a question, and your answer is he's a doctor, and then I ask you what does he specialize in? And your answer is he's a doctor.
Oh, I met this one guy who his dad was a heart surgeon.
Yeah.
Man, that was interesting because he lives here.
Yeah.
And his dad lives on the other side of the country.
Oh damn.
Kid's like my age.
Damn.
Dad's a heart surgeon. Now think about this.
That's a lot of hours away from each other.
Oh, like that's not
you won't know things about each other.
No, that's
not bound to happen.
Well, that's not the point. I mean, like it was interesting to see, like someone who came from wealth. Someone who's like has a lot of money growing up. And he was telling me how like he crashed one of his cars, and I was like, one of your cars? And he's like, yeah, man, I crashed it. And totally wrecked because it was like wintertime or whatever, and the car like the whole front got like bashed in. So then he's like, so yeah, now I'm driving this car, and the car's got like leather seats, heated seats. He's like, you want to ride? I'm like, yeah,
yes, please, yes, I want to. Yes, please.
And then he's like, well, I'm going to work. I'm like, where do you work? And he's like, oh, I live like, I know. He's like,
he says like this like street that's just like.
No, he says where he works, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, which location? He's just working at like some fast food place, just cause.
Like, extra cash.
Well, he didn't even need a job.
Well, what are you gonna do with yourself?
Yeah, that's literally what he says. Like, I just get bored.
You're just gonna like once you study, because obviously you're in school. Once you study, there's nothing else for you to learn up until the teacher gives you new material.
No, we were both in college at the time, but. What was interesting was that he was working just because he'd get bored. Anyway,
exactly.
So
what else is he gonna do?
So we're in his car, and we're driving. Right, he's telling me about like this and that and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then he tells me how his dad is a heart surgeon. That's when I found out his dad was a heart surgeon, and all of these dots connected. I was like, oh man,
you rich kid.
Yeah, it's like you rich boy. But like, right, there's stuff like that like, oh man, lucky guy.
Yeah.
Like this kid grew up getting whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted, right? And I'm out here like, oh man, I hope I get milk this morning.
Well, not when we're in Mexico.
Like, I mean, you just go to cow.
Yeah,
it's cow right there.
It's cow right there.
For context, because listeners need context. Our on our mom's side, they live on a farm.
Yeah.
So when we say the cows,
the farm's big though.
I mean, yeah, I know, but
we own like a quarter of not even a quarter. We own like a mountain.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
So when we say the cow is like right there, the cow is literally like right there.
Yeah.
Because it's a farm.
Yeah.
I think we should end it here. This is a pretty random episode. I gotta say. I mean, we're all over the place.
We tried being comedic. I
hope
the
whole beginning of this podcast is so dark. It's just so dark.
It's so depressing. People are gonna give up. They're gonna be like, oh, they went that way.
I almost want to edit it out,
but then we're gonna lose it. But it works. It follows through. My ears ringing. I don't know why, and I'm continuing to talk. Yeah. So are we gonna end it here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So. This has been Two Latin Brothers. Leave a like, comment, share.
You can't comment.
Okay, well, I sound
stupid. Tweet at us.
Email
us. Yeah. Email us. Ask us questions. If there's you know what?
If you want information, I will research for you.
No.
If you don't know how to do your homework, I'm just joking.
No, I just mean like if someone wants to ask us a question or something like that, tweet at us, email us. I haven't checked any.
Give us topics you want to hear about.
It's all in the episode description.
Yeah, we'll try to make it comedic. No, we can't. I'm just joking. We're not comedians. We're bad. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there are some episodes that were pretty funny.
Well, I try. You know. Well, okay, we're gonna go somewhere else with this. So, this has been Two Latin Brothers. I was Victor. I still am Victor though. And this has been Adrian, and he's still Adrian. So, bye.
Bye.